The North Highlands hotspot is known for its international coastal cuisine, and they're rolling out a new tea. So Ashley Williams, with her tea sipping this morning, joins us from Chulla's Cafe. A spot of tea for you today.
Yes, good morning. Okay, this is really cool, guys. Chulla's Cafe actually opened up just a few months ago, and I have to tell you, it was slammed when we first got here this morning. In fact, a few deputies were here getting food, and they actually got in the middle of their preparation for us. So they have the food that they were going to prepare for us this morning. So coming up at the 10 o'clock hour, we're going to show you guys even more food than what's out here and prepared right now. But this is the owner, Timba. Timba, good morning.
Good morning. How are you doing?
Good, good, good. So before we get to the hibiscus tea, let's talk about the food. You guys are brand new to Sacramento. We're talking coastal infused cuisine. You traveled the world for 7 years to basically pick up all the flavors around the world and bring it back to Sacramento.
Yeah. Well, when we mean travel around the world, it's merely academic term. You know, we did a literature review of all the regions, all the coastal regions around the world. That's how we came up with the recipes. And I'm not the only owner. I have my fiancée, Sandra, and other friends that have supported us for this thing to happen. So I have my sister here, my niece, my mama, that always help us. But yeah, the Afro wings that's becoming very popular. Second World War, a lot of Africans, fought in the Second World War in South Korea. And so they didn't know what to expect in South Korea. So they took some spices with them, and then with all the spices that are in South Korea, that's how we ran into these recipes.
Got it. So you're catching South Korean flavors in here as well as West African?
West African,
yeah.
And then of course some Pacific and Atlantic coast spices in the Afro wings. That's becoming popular. Okay. And people think it's like pepper hot, but it's more flavor hot.
Got it. So everything that we're experiencing is all about the flavor. You're going to see a double cheeseburger here. But yes, it looks like your standard American classic, but you said, Timba, there's something special in the sausage.
Well, first of all, we call it the Hungry Lion.
Oh.
That's the twist to it, because we wanted to embrace America, because America is what makes this happen. Because some of us came here as refugees, and America became home. So if we're going to introduce any cuisine into American culture, specifically Sacramento, California, we wanted to bring American twist to it. So that's why we call it the Hungry Lion.
And I'm so glad that you guys are able to do that. And again, people are really loving this spot. It was packed, as I mentioned, when we first got here. Now you're going to see a plate here in the middle of hibiscus flowers. You guys recently created a hibiscus tea. Now, there's something really cool behind the tea, which guess what, guys? You have to pause. We'll get to that at 10 o'clock this morning. So a little bit later in the 10 o'clock hour, we're going to sip the tea. And if I guess all the spices, seven spices. Okay, so 7 of the 12.
Yeah, 7.
Okay, so if you're at home, you guess 7 of the 12 spices in this hibiscus tea, guys, you get a free tea for the entire year. I love that. So in the 10 o'clock hour, guys, we're going to show off more food, learn a little bit more about their coastal cuisine, and then, of course, sip this and try to guess it all. All right, so lots of fun happening in the 10 o'clock hour, so stay tuned.
All right, I'm legally obligated to sit here for that, but I would do that anyway, because that sounds good. I like that.